ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the fourth episode of All Things Football. Very crazy weekend across all top 5 leagues. A lot of talking points, a lot of sad moments for various reasons, but it's okay. It's good,
Why coming at me like that?
I'm not coming at you, bro, but it's the truth. It's the truth.
Like
We're both crying.
No, they lost too.
We lost two.
Oh yeah.
We lost two.
You know, the thing is, I didn't think about them. Chelsea's been so quiet. I didn't even think about
We
them.
lost
Bro.
two, so I was crying as well. But another episode. It's me, Prince, aka Misfit Kid, with
Your boy Victor Luhanga, aka Brion Cheddar, aka that Arsenal legend.
dude. You have to.
Yeah?
Your intro's too long, bro. Just say your name, bro.
What you read my intros to?
And we have a special guest today, the most honest Manchester United fan I've met in my life so far, who gives proper opinions. He's not biased towards his team.
Okay.
Our boy Benjamin. I don't know if he has a nickname. We'll just go with
Benjamin Hakim.
Hakim.
People probably call him Hakimi.
Exactly. Hakimi is the long lost brother.
I
Actually,
don't mind. He's a goat, by the way.
Hakimi is the long lost
definitely.
cousin.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what he is.
Man. It's good to be here.
Thank you,
Thanks for having me
man.
on
We're
the
happy
show.
to have
First
you
guest
here,
on the
bro.
show,
First
man.
guest on the
Really?
show.
Yeah.
First
I'm
guest.
honored. I'm honored. Wow.
First guest.
Nah. Good stuff, guys.
Yeah, man. Good to have you, my guy. Good to have you.
Good to be here. Good to be here.
So, guys, we're basically here to talk to you about all things football. So,
sir.
first up, the Premier League. First game was West Ham against Luton Town on a Friday again. Seems like they're pushing this Friday thing.
Every week.
But yeah, so West Ham beat Luton Town 2-1.
Obviously.
Yeah, Luton are going down, bro.
Obviously.
They're going down.
I feel they'll finish 20th though.
Yeah,
I don't see-
No. I feel like Everton will finish 20th.
No, Everton.
Nah.
No, Everton.
Everton trash, yeah.
No, Everton will get points. They have experience. Last
Yeah.
season, the other season, experience is important, bro.
Very important.
Very important.
I mean, they've lost key players.
Yeah.
They've lost Iwobi.
Iwobi's gone.
I just don't see how that midfield goes forward.
Yes, Luton will probably finish 20th this season.
Definitely.
Because I don't see them getting any points against any team. I mean, Everton is bad, but Everton can sneak a win. They could beat us.
My question is, how do they make it in the Premier League?
Exactly. I think they won the playoff final.
That's the thing with those
That's-
playoff
that's-
things. I feel like it should be proper. Like 1, 2, 3. No playoffs.
No
because
playoffs.
stuff like this. Now look at Luton, Brad.
Luton
I
Town.
don't see any positives so far.
No
I mean,
positives. They didn't sign good players.
I mean, they signed Barkley, bro.
I think that's the only guy they signed who has actually EPO
I mean, they
experience.
have decent players, bro. They have what's this kid's name? He used to play for us.
The Afro guy.
Yes.
Chong?
Chong. That kid flopped massively.
But he flopped. But, anyway, Kudos made his debut as well.
Yeah.
Very exciting. A good game from West Ham. They have 10 points, unbeaten.
It's actually surprising.
Actually surprising.
I didn't think they're going to perform this good after they saw Rice.
Exactly. I think they made good signings.
Yeah, they made good
Kudos,
investment.
Alvarez,
Yeah.
good investments.
Good investment.
But moving on to the second game, which was Spurs versus Burnley. It was a comprehensive win in the end from Tottenham. 5 goals to 2. Madders with a goal, Romero, Sonny with a hat trick.
That's a massive statement from Son.
Massive statement. He's back.
Massive statement.
He said he wasn't happy about his performances last season.
Yeah.
He's been made club captain after Hurricane leaving. But
Which is
Spurs pressure.
Yeah.
But Spurs is playing well.
It is.
Hate to say that, but they are playing well.
There's one thing though. I feel like they haven't met tough opposition yet, which is a good thing because
Which is
in
good,
the Prem
'cause
you need to beat the small teams first. Not beat the big teams that much. But so far so good.
so far so good.
They have a style of play which is good.
Finally,
And they made good investments.
Made
They
good
bought
investments.
this kid. What's his name from?
Johnson
Yes.
from Nottingham Forest.
I didn't get that signing. I don't like it. I don't like that signing. To be honest.
Yeah, he was linked with Chelsea too, and I was like, with the way Chelsea's
You
buying,
guys are linked with everybody. Right?
gonna buy. I didn't want that kid. I mean, he's a good prospect, but I don't think he's ready for a top 6 team.
That's the
He
thing.
left Nottingham too early. He's
That's the
developing, but he left it too early. So he might flop, but anyway,
What do
they
you think
said that
about-
he's a player for the
What do you think
future.
about Palmer joining you guys?
Palmer joining us, I don't like that signing.
Doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make sense. Because he's playing in a position where we already have the exact same players in the
Dude.
exact same position.
Dude.
So you cannot buy a 40 something million player and put him on the bench. That's firstly. Secondly, you can't send him out on loan. because he's already established as a player. Because he played for City, he's won the
Yeah.
EPL, stuff like that. So for me, a very not a good investment. Sorry, it's my team, but that
Might
wasn't a
just
good
pay
sign.
off in the future when you sell him.
Exactly.
I
But
don't
you won't sell him for how much you bought him for. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So you basically make a loss on that.
Probably. I mean, Chelsea's
that
been selling well, so you can't be too sure. You might just get your money back, or maybe more.
We might just send him to Saudi because that's where we're sending all our players now. Might send him to Saudi as well.
Yeah.
But good game from Tottenham. Unbeaten as well, 10 points, unexpected. With
second,
no
right?
second, must be second.
Yeah.
No European football for them, so I think they're just gonna be focused on getting into the top 4.
Actually, I think they do.
I think they will.
They have the Conference League. If I'm not
No, they
mistaken.
don't. They don't have the conference. They finished 9th. You remember that? The team
Really?
that's in the Conference League is Aston Villa.
Wow.
Yeah, they finished 9th. So
Wow.
they have the focus
They
now. Now that they're out of the Carabao as well, so focus is just EPL on Prem. So they're gonna push for top 4, obviously.
Yeah.
But good game. Next was Chelsea versus Forest. Very bad performance from Chelsea.
My boy Elanga did the things, man.
How an ex-United player scored at the bridge.
It was inevitable, bro.
Crazy. Expected the striker to score, not him.
He gave an assist.
He gave an assist. But this was a very bad performance.
He did go for my FPL.
Yeah,
Good. Shout out to him.
Shout out to them. But very bad performance from us. Jackson missed from 6 yards. That was the miss of the season. Of the weekend. Might be the miss of the season.
Because I expected a goal.
I don't see how anybody would beat that miss. 6 yards. Chelsea's number 9 miss. No, that's not a good picture. I love that boy, but should have scored that.
What's he good at though?
I think he's one of those players who has raw talent.
Okay.
He has raw talent. He needs a coach to properly help him establish clean out his flaws and then turn those flaws into strength. So I think Poch can do it, but it's gonna be tough. That's a tough job.
You know what I noticed about him, because I watched one game, and the first thing that stood out for me from Jackson was his speed.
Okay, yeah, he's quick.
He's really quick, and he's pretty strong, and you could tell the way he moves with the ball. He's a player. I just feel like he just needs to be managed well, developed well. Exactly. And he could be a good striker for you guys. Exactly. Not a 20-goal season striker though.
Of course.
Maybe 10, 15.
But I felt like Chelsea should have bought an established striker, then have him as a number 2.
Who would you want?
So that he can learn from that. I mean, it's tough. The striker business is tough.
You guys had Lukaku, bro.
Yeah, I felt they should have kept him.
Same.
They shouldn't have allowed him to go on loan.
Same.
Because I mean, if Nico gets injured, what happens now? So I feel like Lukaku should have stayed on loan. I mean, I guess I know why because they didn't want any negative vibes in the dressing room, but they should have just kept him for this season and try to sell him next season. So that to help Nico. But it is what it is. We lost 3 points gone.
It's not looking good, bro.
Not looking good. Crazy fixtures coming up. It's gonna be tough.
Let's just hope you guys beat City. Because if you guys beat City, at least to give you guys a bit more confidence to go forward.
Yeah, that's true.
Because those guys are ripping it off right now.
Ripping it off. And we're actually gonna talk about them in the next game, where they absolutely destroyed Fulham. 5 goals to 1. Haaland again, hat-trick.
Nah, those guys got robbed, man.
Got robbed, especially for the I think it's the Ake goal where somebody was in Leno's eyesight.
Yeah.
This is the problem with EPL referees and EPL officiating. They are not consistent. Because in another game that will be given as offside.
Straight.
Facts.
In an Arsenal game.
In an Arsenal game.
In a Man United game.
That's offside. Liverpool game. I'm gonna get offside for that. So I feel like EPL refs have to be consistent. Very bad. I think there wasn't a red card so far. The officiating in the EPL has been bad so far because that should have been disallowed as an offside because somebody was blocking Leno's eyesight.
Bro, there's no consistency.
No consistency, and then I felt that demoralized Fulham. Haaland ends up scoring a hat-trick again.
The
robot, fastest player to hit 40 goals in EPL history. So, but it is what it is. Victor, where have you been, man?
Hey man, I was thinking about the Arsenal game, bro.
You've been crying.
Tears of joy, yeah.
That yours are gonna exit the Champions League in the group stages. Well, that's my
bro.
prediction. That's my
We're
prediction.
winning that thing.
I don't think
We're
so.
winning
The
that.
whole league, the whole thing, the whole tournament.
Nah, that's not possible.
That's impossible.
You all know it's at Wembley, right?
So
Exactly.
City
Wembley's
could
our
do back.
stadium, bro.
City could do back to back.
Bruv, if we get City at Wembley, bro, that's only
You won't get there. Don't talk about getting
Have
there.
you seen our record with City at Wembley?
Dude, this is the Champions League. It's not Carabao, FA Cup. This is Champions League. You haven't been there for 5 seasons.
Nah, but easy though.
Yeah, but we're done with City. Our next game is Brighton versus Newcastle. Top 8.
Newcastle is scam, guys. It's scam, guys.
I think now we're learning that Newcastle can actually they have
a weakness.
They have a weakness
Definitely.
because it happened last week.
Yeah.
Failed to beat Liverpool with a man advantage for over 70 minutes.
Bruh.
Would win, and now Brighton beat them, and Brighton is Brighton. Ferguson with a hat trick.
This one is crazy because I genuinely thought that this would be an end-to-end match. Brighton versus Newcastle. It really sounded like that type of game which is gonna go like, bruv, I was excited.
Yeah, considering the squad size,
exactly.
Newcastle right now, it's quite good.
Yeah, but
They made some good signings.
Yeah, they've made some good signings. Sandro Tonali,
Harvey Barnes,
Barnes.
part of that. They have is Whole part of that too.
Yeah, whole Livramento.
Oh yeah.
Good players. Wait, did Ansu Fati play?
Ansu Fati?
He didn't play.
Nah, he didn't play.
So we're gonna see him after the international break.
I mean,
That's a very exciting signing.
Exactly, man. I mean,
That's big.
It's ambitious.
It's
ambitious.
I think De Zerbi's trying to win the Europa League this season.
he has a chance.
He has a chance. He's going for that.
Bro, the moment Sevilla drop down into that competition, you already know they've won it, bro.
That's the problem. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But very good performance from Brighton. Ferguson seems like a very good striker.
He is.
I know Chelsea's gonna buy him very soon.
Because you guys
we buy everybody from Brighton, including coaches and their coaching staff.
And you bid for everyone in general.
Yes.
Like you guys paid like what? 40 million for Palmer, guys.
You know English tax, man.
Yeah, English.
I mean, imagine Man U paid 55 for Mace.
That's United.
And you can't buy a Mace.
It's different. Mount is established. Guys.
Yeah, Mount is established. He won the Champions League and all that, and he was actually like a pivotal player for Chelsea. Palmer. Look, I even forgot his name. Palmer is just
English tax. Okay, check English tax. Newcastle bought Hall for 35 million. English tax. You see, that's the problem with English players.
That's a scam, bro.
You see, it's the same way with we can always go back to the Maguire thing, the 80 million, all tax, Sancho, all tax.
That was a different era, my guy.
We had a different era.
We had Woodward at the time. He paid for anything.
Didn't you guys pay 100 million for Anthony? But we'll get to that later.
I think his delivered. Not 100 million signing, but his delivered. He's added something to our game that we lacked for a very long time, which is balance in the attack.
And we're gonna talk about that during the game.
Yeah, we're gonna talk.
So we have balance now, which is a good thing.
Good.
Yeah.
Moving on to Palace versus Wolves. 3-2. Palace getting the first win of the season. Seems like Wolves is gonna struggle a lot. They're scoring. No, I don't think they'll get relegated. They have experience. The important thing is experience, bro. Luton Town, this is their first time in the EPL. They have no experience. Oh, that's okay.
Burnley went to thing.
No, like
relegated.
Burnley when they got relegated. Didn't they have experience? They were in the Prem for like 7 seasons in a row or something.
Okay, yeah. But I feel they'll be the ones to go down.
For Burnley?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll drop predictions really soon.
Of course.
Like, during the whole international
break, which sucks. 2 weeks, no European football.
It's actually a week, right?
It's a week.
Yeah, it is just
Why is it shorter?
It's a week.
That's crazy. That's killing the players, man. That's crazy.
It genuinely is. But yeah, man, we're looking at the Crystal Palace because of Joffrey. Shout out to you, Joffrey.
Yeah, man. He hit my inbox that we should be reviewing Crystal Palace games every time.
Don't worry, Joe. We believe in Crystal Palace. We believe in Crystal Palace. The admin actually backs what you said that Crystal Palace could win the league. Not us, but
because we know Arsenal ain't winning that. But anyway, that's a story for another day.
There's no way on God's green earth that we have City, bro.
They might pull a Leicester on us.
Nah. You know what? The Leicester thing happened when all the Giants were sleeping.
And you failed to win the league, which is
nah, bro. Spurs.
I don't know why these guys refuse.
You failed too.
I don't know why these guys.
Dude, you failed too. You failed too.
I mean,
That was the time to win. That was because all of us were trash that season. City, Chelsea, United, Liverpool, all trash that season, bro. You should have won that.
You guys on top for the longest time.
You on top 2,
for the longest
like you were
time.
last season.
We were.
For the longest time, even
And you didn't win.
Like, probably
Like,
85% of the time you're on
you
top.
guys,
Actually, 90% of the time these guys are on top,
and they don't win.
and they don't win. Who does that?
Who does
Arsenal.
that? Arsenal.
It's crazy.
The butlers, you know. But moving on to Liverpool versus Aston Villa, a very comprehensive win. 3-0.
Yeah.
Szoboszlai, beautiful goal. Salah,
Bro, he's actually been a decent signing. Like I thought he would flop.
That's the midfielder I wanted Chelsea to buy,
Oh.
not Cole Palmer or whatever his name is. That's the player I wanted because he scores goals. We need goals from midfield.
You guys want Caicedo, bro?
Okay, but he doesn't score. We don't have midfield scoring.
You don't
Because
have
Mace is
number 8.
gone. Yes, Mace is gone. Mace would, I guess, at least 15 goals, all comps. You know, but Kai too, regardless of how bad he misses, he would score. You know, and
That guy knows how to score.
well, for Chelsea, he does not. For Arsenal, Arsenal does not score. But you know, Caicedo is not a goal scorer. Lavia is not a goal scorer. Enzo is not a goal scorer. We don't have a goal scorer in midfield. Gallagher doesn't score. Chukwuemeka will score once he returns from his injury. Because I feel
Gallagher is a goal scorer.
Yeah, but for Palace, but not for us. That's the problem. These guys, he's not hitting. You know, because Poch is playing him as a number 6. You know, Poch is using the wrong formation, and you know, if he doesn't,
I mean, bro, when you're managing Chelsea, bro, it's only a matter of time.
Exactly.
Chelsea don't believe in projects. Chelsea believe in quick results.
Because you know, but it is what it is.
Do you see thing coming back? What's his name? Conte.
To Chelsea.
Yeah.
If I were the owners, I would definitely do that.
Yeah, because
like bring things.
Yeah, Conte
back.
Yeah. If I was the Chelsea owners, I would have brought Conte instead of Poch.
I mean, I see that.
Yeah. Because with Conte, you know, it's gonna bring stability.
Yeah. And
Discipline.
Discipline. That's the problem thing.
And
3 would end up exactly. Because we would end up like winning.
That's all we wanted at Spurs.
Because we would win like a Carabao and then probably get into the top 5. But we'll see how the season goes. Yes, good.
Back
good
to
victory.
the Liverpool game.
Good victory for them.
Really good victory for them. They should have scored more. This
they're saving the goals for.
Guy.
They're saving the goals for the Europa League. They got Thursday nights this season.
At least they got European football. What are you doing on Thursday?
We're winning the league. We're focused on the league.
What league?
Premier League.
What?
Watch. Just wait and watch, my man.
This guy does know he supports Chelsea.
A man can dream. Man can dream.
Just good.
Nothing is impossible.
They should have scored more. Liverpool should have definitely scored more, but
Darwin Núñez.
As usual.
Crazy.
You know, that's you see, he missed. He's one of those strikers that's got raw talent as well. He's like Nico, because that miss was horrible.
Oh, you know the thing, Darwin Núñez's story is really funny because last week we were out here talking about him, you know, a clutch moment, scoring 2 goals, winning Liverpool the game, and now we're talking about him having a clown show of a game. Because, guys, the chances that he missed last game, bro. I had him in my fantasy team, so I was like, bro.
Sorry,
like, what is wrong with you?
Sorry, that's sad, bro.
You jinxed it, bro.
You jinxed
it. I mean, he still got 2 assists. Fantasy assists at least.
Fair enough.
But the whole scoring thing is just crazy, bro. But yeah, they still managed to get the win. 3-0, convincing. Unai Emery probably having PTSD because I remember at Arsenal when we faced Liverpool with Unai Emery at the wheel. Bro, it was nightmares, man.
Yeah, plus I feel Villa got European football as well, yeah? They're in the Conference League.
Yeah.
So that's Thursday night as well. That's going to be tough for them.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for them. Because they have a really good front line.
They have a good squad.
They have a good squad.
They have a good squad.
They do.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. And now coming up to the last game of the weekend. Arsenal versus United. The heated rivalry.
I feel like Declan Rice.
You know, Declan Rice, baby.
Rice, baby.
First goal.
Garnacho was robbed. That's not
what do you mean Garnacho was robbed?
Ooh, and we got a Man U fan today.
We got you as a United fan
today.
Oh my god.
It was a good game.
Yeah, it
was a good game.
But yeah, you could argue that Garnacho was robbed. Because it does make sense. You know, because it does make sense.
The refs say no, bruh. The refs are like, nah, that was... They say tech doesn't lie. So that was...
Yeah, they say tech doesn't lie.
Tech doesn't lie. So
because honestly, I thought it would stand.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so basically the story of the game for you
Wait, but did
listeners,
they change the offside rules?
they did. They did.
And so how come it's not working?
But yeah,
Because they
but
say that if
Mm.
a party of a body that you're able to score with is offside,
Yeah.
you're not offside.
And
So-
and then the thing, and when you see the picture, right?
Mm.
His hand was
offside.
and you can't score.
So you can't score with the hand.
Exactly.
So technically, based on the rule changes, that was actually supposed to be a goal.
Yeah.
But it's the Prem.
That was Arsenal versus Manchester United.
But it's the
bro. I wouldn't care
Of course, you
if
wouldn't.
somebody scored with his tongue.
course you wouldn't. Of course
I
you
wouldn't, bro. That's,
Of course,
that's,
of
that's
course.
bragging rights right
Of
there,
course
bro.
you
That's the most important game to me
But based on the
in the
rules,
Prem.
that was supposed to be a goal.
Exactly.
Technically.
I honestly don't see it. I think
You don't see it
Gabriel's
because you won.
offside trap was brilliant.
Yeah, he got
He was
lucky.
And I
lucky.
think-
He got lucky. That was
He got
close.
lucky.
I
That was
mean,
close.
as much as you say that, Gabriel had a really good game, guys. Like,
Yeah, he played well.
yeah, because I mean, don't get
That
me
game
wrong.
had a. That game
Don't get me wrong. Marshall isn't a great striker, but
You
you're
can
still
tell-
cooking.
you
But
can
he,
tell
but he
You
did.
tell how test it was when Hoyland came.
Yeah, I mean that was a test for him, but
Yeah.
That kid is strong, bro.
I'm
Dude.
still.
That kid is fast and strong. That kid's gonna be a good.
Yeah. He will, cause for a minute though, this guy had me scared. But I still liked how Gabriel handled him. Like the penalty shout. That was
yeah.
smart. Cause old Gabriel Bamine Bajava, he does something dumb, straight penalty. Cause don't get me wrong, another ref could have given that as a penalty, but
Yeah, Anthony Taylor, bro.
Anthony Taylor's a clown.
Kai
That guy's
Havertz
an-
diving.
That guy's an up.
Kai Havertz
guy's an
diving.
But then for me, all refs are off. Okay, guys. I know this is a game we're excited to talk about, but for those of you who didn't watch the game, that's if you're living under a box, this is what happened. The game started. Rashford scored an incredible goal.
First
Facts.
shot, actually. That was the first shot.
Yeah, that was their first shot.
shot.
Like
Yeah.
before that,
Clinical.
we were sort of dominating, but it wasn't like dominating like we're having shots at
But you
them
guys give
every
us the
5
pressure.
seconds.
You guys
But
give us
yeah,
the pressure.
we're giving them pressure. But then they do what I was afraid they would do.
Get
they
the
had
ball,
the counter attack.
then-
Rashford versus Benoit. Even I get nightmares. And
But that Ericsson pass, man, spot on.
yeah, that Ericsson pass
Wait.
was amazing. And you know the funny thing, that was
Wait.
the first time they got the ball to Ericsson, and Ericsson was in that sort of position. And then Ericsson whips in a really good pass, score Rashford, and then when
The
it comes
dog
to
does what
Rashford,
he
like,
does, man.
but I don't know why the defenders back off the guy, because this guy's gonna
Terrifying.
finish. This guy's going for it. He's gonna finish. But now they back off him. They give him the space to come inside, and he comes inside.
They're
He
afraid. They're
scores.
terrified.
He scored. And from there, it was sad. I remember I got a call straight there. The people on the call like Bevan, and then as I was on the call, boom, we've equalized.
Man, you slept.
That's the second thing that's the thing I need to talk about also.
Mm.
I feel like we just can't defend when the game starts again. I don't even know what happens.
Yeah,
Because there's no way you just start the game again and then
Concede.
goalie.
35 seconds. Nah,
Dude, that's just too quick. At least
for a big team. That's too quick.
So I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's lack of focus or
It's
just
focus.
the intensity of the game.
Yeah.
Or if people just get nervous at times.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's not supposed to happen for a big team like Man United, to be honest.
Yeah, it really isn't. Because the thing is, once you score a goal, it's actually one of the most dangerous periods. Because if you switch off for a minute,
Yeah.
and if you switch off against a team like Arsenal, and even against you guys, like if we did that against you guys, it's dumb. You're gonna be punished for it.
Exactly.
And Martinelli had a great game. I think he went for the smart route. Because I feel like when it comes to pace, if you wanna beat Bissaka 1v1, you're lying to yourself majority of the time. This guy he's
Long
good at what
legs,
he
man.
does.
Spider legs. Come
He's
on.
good at what he does.
Yeah.
So Martinelli kept it simple. And then whipping the crosses, whipping the passes. And yeah, he whipped in a really good pass for Odegaard. Odegaard does what Odegaard does. Galactical settings, scores the goal, 1-1, game on.
Yeah, that was a beautiful goal.
That was
a
a-
beautiful goal, man. That was.
That was a good game to watch, And then I think into the 90th minute,
Yeah.
8 minutes added. It's a corner. Rice deflected shot. 2-1. That was a crazy sequence.
Why did you have to say deflected shot?
Because it was deflected. Because without deflection, I don't think that goes in.
Okay,
Yeah, it doesn't
but then
it's off target.
in football you create your own luck.
Of course.
In football you
But it had
take those type of
deflection.
shots.
Oh yeah, he had to take it, of course. So he was aided by the deflection. That's not a goal without a deflection.
But for me, that was a clutch moment, and
The cool goal was the third one.
I mean,
Yeah,
of course, bro,
he put Evans down. That one we can't complain about.
That goal.
They were too open.
Rumor has it Dallo is still sliding.
But that was a good game though. Anthony played well, which we don't say very often.
I'm sorry, but I don't.
I don't get how you can say Anthony didn't play well.
I don't.
He did, bro. That's probably his best game.
The problem with Anthony, you know what?
He kept the
I
ball.
feel like he doesn't have enough support because I think he's almost like a center type where he feeds off someone also.
Yeah.
He's just a bit more explosive, with what he
Sancho,
does.
yeah.
Sancho's more relaxed, more calm. But then they had the same dynamic. So at United, he doesn't have someone to feed off.
Yeah.
In that game, he'd attack and not have anyone from the midfield to come support him.
Yeah.
Why? Because all our midfielders drop deep to help the defense. Right?
Yeah.
So he had a good game.
He did.
He just didn't have anyone to
That was a good performance.
Sorry for the noise, guys. A lot of Arsenal fans celebrating around here.
No man. But yeah, that was Anthony. For me, that was Anthony's best game in the United shirt. Because he kept the ball.
Bro, this guy literally scored against us last time, bro. What you saying, bro?
That was his first game.
That was his first game.
And then he scored in the next game and the next game.
What's it about performance? Not goals, man. It's performance.
No, but performance-wise, guys, I've seen Anthony have better games than this. Beat players easily, create chances for ball. This game, the thing
Dude,
is...
he had Martial in front of him.
Dude, you can't create
He had Martial in front of him.
If Hoyland had started the game,
Yeah, it would have been a different
It would
story.
have been a different story. Because they would have created a chance. But it's Martial.
Now you guys should not expect an OT, okay? You should expect Hoyland.
Let me say this here, and I'm dropping another big prediction on y'all. I think we're going to beat them again at the OT. We're going to win the league at your stadium.
Wow.
Second time.
Dude, you know you're not going to win the league. You know what City's hitting 4 in a row, man. Come on, let's be realistic.
I don't want to be confident because we literally have Amrabat right now.
The man.
Now imagine Amrabat, Casemiro, and Bruno. Rashford, Hoyland, and Anthony.
That's actually good.
Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Martinez.
Yeah.
She'll be back by the time.
Yeah.
Do you really think you're going to win?
But bro, you and I both know that you didn't want Shaw at left back in this.
Of course I do. because I feel like he has a soft spot for Saka.
Because they friends, so
Exactly.
So he can.
But then
he can do
okay,
his
cool.
ball,
Let's take shot of that. And we have Malacia there.
Yeah, why didn't he start that game?
Malacia.
He's injured?
He's injured. He has a thigh and knee injury.
But Darlow's performance wasn't bad.
Yeah, it was okay.
Like he was one of the players who I looked at and I was like, okay. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I feel like Rashford helped out a lot in that game. Rashford was probably your best player in the whole game. Why? Because every single time Saka had the ball this side, he would come back. He would come back to help out Darlow, and that would sort of like limit Saka's movement.
Yeah.
You feel me? So Rashford and Darlow, they really had it. They held it down on the right.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
I feel like the midfield was just non-existent.
Yeah, Bruno.
Remember what I told you? Because me and Benjamin
fouls.
Me and Benjamin had a conversation before the game, and I was like, my guy, do you know that Terry Crews meme where he has another guy pinned this side, another guy pinned that side?
But it wasn't Rice really. It's just that our midfield was just dropping too deep. So there's only the attackers in front.
But then you guys were foolish enough to think it was City. You really came to our house expecting, okay, if we just sit deep and counter attack against these guys, we're gonna clap them.
Would have worked if it wasn't offside for Garnacho. Would have worked.
I mean, yeah. Okay, the funny thing about this game is, if that goal stood,
you would have lost.
It would have been a whole different story. Yeah. Like the whole narrative changes. Right. Suddenly, crisis at Arsenal. Kai Havertz. Right now, don't get me wrong, we're still complaining about Kai Havertz, but I feel like if we lost that game,
I told you,
we would have been screaming.
I told you and Zayn when you bought that guy. That guy is a good player, but he disappears in big games, man.
Did he win you guys the Champions League? Wasn't that a big game?
Okay, we're talking about the Premier League. Talking about the Premier League. Talking about the Premier League.
He has a point though.
I have a point. Premier League.
Kai in the Prem hasn't really. Even if you check his stats,
even if you check his stats. But if you check his European stats, they're good because he scores. In the Champions League, he scores.
For me, it isn't just big games. For me, it's just Premier League games in general, bro. Because otherwise, Monday Magumango in the game. And yesterday
Ozil, man. Come on.
Nah, bro. Don't you dare disrespect Mesut Ozil by saying that. Yeah, Mesut Ozil used to have his lazy moments, but he had moments of class, bro. Mesut Ozil exploded in his first season.
This is just his fourth game, guys. Relax.
Mesut Ozil exploded in his
Kai
first
will
season.
explode. Relax.
Bruv, I hope, but genuinely, right now, let's pick up Declan Rice. For me, 105 million, you say, because scoring a winner against Manchester United is big for me. And Jesus, bro, for a minute I thought Jesus was gonna miss, because I thought he was gonna hit it with his left, right?
Nah,
And then he
I saw that
decided to
chop
take
coming.
shot, and then
I saw that coming.
God.
I think I saw it come because of the defender Evans. I was like, he's
Yeah.
gonna,
Wait,
he's
was
gonna,
that Evans or Dallo?
Oh, Jallo.
It's Dallo.
I thought, he's gonna try something.
So,
Because if that's the butcher, the butcher's gonna try to tackle you or something.
Yeah,
bro. Eddie dealt with the butcher. Eddie
Eddie-
got the butcher injured.
did he? Nah, I feel like we've just been playing like this whole 11-minute, 8-minute thing.
Yeah.
This added minutes thing is killing
Mm.
us big time.
Mm.
Big time. But yeah, but congrats to the Arsenal.
The Arsenal, I
Arsenal,
guess.
and that's it basically for the EPL games.
Yeah, man.
Now we move on to
long episode. We know,
Very
but
long episode.
This was a sort of special one,
Very
like
long
when we get
episode.
big six clashes like this,
Yeah.
they're gonna be special. Like the
Depth.
whole prediction video we did last time with fans, you guys telling us how you think the games are gonna end. We wanna do that like consistently. We wanna make big games feel special because they are special, right? So this was one of them. I know how Benjamin's probably feeling sad about this one. I enjoyed it.
He's okay. He knows his team
I'm
will
okay.
recover.
It was a good game.
It was
Yeah,
a good game to
It was a
watch.
good game.
It was a really
I mean,
good game.
despite the result, it was a good game to
Really good
watch.
game.
I was pissed at the time,
yeah,
but it's football.
yeah. It is.
I mean, Arsenal, to be fair, was the best side, the best team.
yeah.
They played well, took his chances, so they deserved the win. To be honest,
Yeah.
can't be mad about that.
Be mad about that, but
Yeah, because before we started recording, this guy was like, "Nah, it should have been a draw." Nah.
well, I mean,
Technically, yes.
Technically,
It could have been a draw.
Yes.
It could have been a draw.
I mean, cause if that's last season, they're probably gonna add like 3 minutes
Yeah.
at the end. So
Didn't we score before 91 minutes?
was that like 92?
That was like 92.
Okay, 92.
Yeah, I mean,
Close to 93.
if they had the 3 minutes,
Yeah.
the game still would have ended 2-1. Because like after the goal, I was begging for the ref to just whistle because it was at 98, but because of the celebrations, the guy kept it going, right? So at the time, I was begging. I was like, bro, at least
I thought you
United. If these men
I thought
score
you guys were
against
gonna
us,
do
we
like a
won't sleep.
Fulham. I thought you guys were gonna do like
Exactly. I was afraid of that as well. And then Fabio Vieira. What a guy.
Man's needs to start benching
No.
Kai. Facts.
Okay. I thought you were about to say the man's need to start starting Fabio. Nah, bro. Fabio.
Yeah, you
and
should.
it is in this Nelson, guys. Game
Nah,
changer.
but he's-
Come off the bench,
But
bro.
he's
Bro, some players aren't meant to
currently-
start, bro.
No,
Some players
but-
don't have the physique to
Yeah,
Gianni.
like-
No, but to
Garnacho.
start, but
Like
come on.
Garnacho, yeah.
Oh yeah, but still, man.
Exactly.
At least start him. At least one game, put Kai on the bench and see how that goes.
I mean,
Start.
I feel like we should see Emo Smith Rowe in that role.
We should-
Why?
I
Because he's done it before.
Forgot about that.
I forgot about
Exactly.
that.
You see?
You guys refuse to sell us.
I would never do that, bro. That's
We
not
gave
a-
you
that's
Kai.
not
I
a-
don't,
Come
I don't
on,
get
man.
the issue. What's wrong with him?
What's wrong?
I also don't know, like, because he was one of the players who Arteta really believes in. Because he gave him the number 10 shirt, gave him a new contract. This season was that 2021? Yeah, the 2021 season, he gave him a chance, like, and that's when he scored like over 10 goals. He had
I
like
think
his best
his
performance.
chances will come.
But then last season he had injury, which sort of like ruined his
Halted
chances.
his progress and stuff like
With
that.
this season, I don't know, because you can say the same thing with Trossard. Could come on, that you bought Trossard.
Oh,
but
yeah.
You rarely
yeah.
play him.
He's
Man.
not playing
He's
anymore.
one of those players who come on, bro. He's one of the best players in the left wing position in the Premier League.
Yeah.
So it's crazy stuff.
You guys-
but he knows,
you
know,
guys
he
have
knows.
Martinelli, so.
yeah, that's the difficult part.
And he's been
But he has to
performing.
manage the squad because yours are gonna have a long season.
Yeah,
Champions
yeah.
League.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, man. But this was the Premier League. But one last thing that we want to talk about is the whole Eric Ten Hag Sancho situation. And since we have a United fan, what are your views?
To be honest,
Yeah.
I feel like because he was asked a question, right?
Mm.
So the question came, okay, where's Scott and where's Sancho? So Scott had an illness, so he couldn't travel.
Yeah.
And his response to Sancho was he didn't train well enough to, allow him to be part of the squad.
Yeah.
And for me,
Yeah.
I didn't think of it as a big issue until Sancho's statement came out.
Mm.
Right. I felt like it was an honest reply to why he wasn't available.
Yeah.
And I mean, when you play for a team like Man United, dude, you just have to
That's standards that you have to hit.
step up. We have a lot of instances where Rashford went through the same thing, Garnacho went through the same thing. When Bissaka was even worse. It was completely sidelined. But then he didn't, come on social and say, "Oh no, the coach is not doing this." I started last season, blah blah blah. He just worked hard, came back on the pitch. He was given the chance, and he performed. That's how he came back to the squad on Bissaka. Rashford, same thing. Garnacho, same thing. So it's just an unfortunate situation. I feel like if Sancho just, puts his head down,
Gets back to work.
because that's where he needs to do his talking more. He's a good player. We all know that. He just needs to, put his head down, perform well, and he'll be given enough game time. That's how it works. Because right now, who does he start over?
Nobody. No.
Anthony.
Nah. Based on now, no.
Nah. I mean, Anthony might not score enough, but then he, tracks back.
Exactly.
He tries to create something once in a while. Sancho just doesn't. I don't know. He just lacks the energy for me. In most times he plays.
Yeah.
So I feel like if he brings that Dortmund form back,
Yeah.
he will see enough game time. And it's just unfortunate right now that his position is locked because you look at the left side. There's Rashford, Garnacho. Right there. We look at the right side. There's Anthony, and we have Pelestri, who's staying, who performs better than Sancho does when he comes on.
Yeah.
I would say, if I was Sancho, I would ask Ten Hag to play me as a number 10.
Okay. Number 10.
Yeah, because Bruno doesn't have a replacement as of now.
How about
So
Mount?
yeah, who?
Mount.
Mason is probably coming back on his position as a number 8.
Oh.
Mason's gone.
Yeah, I thought he's gonna come back as a number 8.
Yeah, cool.
I feel like we'll see a lot more of Amrabat this season than because I feel like Casemiro is just aging, bruh. You can tell that because guys, to be honest, the Prem is just way too quick.
It is.
It's way too quick.
Way too quick.
And for Casemiro, I feel like it's going to decline quickly because he's already like 31 now, 32 soon.
I feel like I'm gonna just keep him for the big
Yeah,
games.
so I feel like we'll see a lot more of Amrabat and Mason with Bruno up top. So we'll see what happens. But I feel like for Bruno, if he gets tired, Sancho can always play there.
Yeah.
As a behind striker, stuff like that. Because I feel like he can do much better there than the wings as of now. So, I mean, it's a crazy situation. We're gonna see what's gonna happen after this international break.
But I just feel 10 wasn't wrong for saying that.
Yeah.
Because it's an honest way.
It's an honest
Sancho
reply.
at.
It's an
He
honest
didn't
reply.
train according to the standards you expect. If
Like-
someone's not performing, they don't start. That's how
Yeah.
football is.
Yeah.
If you don't perform, you don't start. So,
Okay.
it's being blown out of proportion. It's a cool thing.
I mean, it's
So
the media being the media,
it's
bruh.
the media being the media. But it's the truth.
it's
Man's
the
not
truth.
performing. So,
Yeah.
you can't play if you're not performing.
This is funny coming from two guys who support teams which were coached by Jose Mourinho, somebody who's notoriously known.
No.
Mentioning
Okay.
Jose's, that's honesty, bro.
Yeah.
the honesty.
Jose is
Okay,
also
I'll
honest.
talk about for us, not for Chelsea. I mean, Prince will talk about that on his side.
Yeah.
For me as a United fan, I feel like he had beef with too many players.
Yeah.
For 10, it's just one guy.
This one guy, man.
It's just one guy.
Didn't he have beef with Ronaldo as well?
Then that guy was just.
That guy had
yourself, and it was just because
He was emotional.
It's an ego thing,
Ego thing,
two egos, blah blah
you know.
blah. He wasn't playing the way the coach wanted him to play. So yeah, he had to be benched, and he didn't want to be benched. I mean, it's CR7 too.
CR7.
So that's a different story. But I'll say it's only one player for 10. Right? When we had Jose, it was Pogba, Martial, Shaw,
Lukaku edition.
Lukaku too. So it's like 4 players.
Had a lot of issues.
So that's a lot of beef with a lot of players.
Yeah, that is.
For 10, it's just Sancho right now.
Yeah.
And the best way Sancho has to go about the situation is just show the coach that he deserves more. Because if you don't show the coach you deserve more, you're not gonna play.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I feel like Jose is just and as good as he's a coach, I just feel like that management side to him is not really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Jose doesn't have management.
Yeah,
skills.
management is a problem. So
The ego of Jose Mourinho.
Yeah, so at Chelsea, it was like that too. He had beef with a couple of players. He had beef with the chick. on the medical staff.
That was crazy.
She
That
left,
was crazy. Like,
and ever since then, our players keep on getting injured because we
Yeah.
haven't found a person as good as her for the players' treatment. So it is what it is. So
it is what it is.
that's our take on that issue.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's the last thing concerning this game that we wanted to talk about. So this was the Premier League review. A bit long, I know, but I promise you, if you got this far, you're special to us, man.
Yeah.
Like, big up. Yeah, so this was the Premier League review. So moving on to La Liga, and first of all, again, this is getting repetitive now, but we're gonna talk about Real Madrid and versus Getafe, and the star of the show was one man, one
As
very
usual.
dangerous man. Say the line, bro.
Hey Jude.
Hey Jude, again, bro. Like,
Again, man.
it's crazy, and it doesn't make sense anymore. It doesn't make sense anymore. Like,
4 goals.
bro, this kid is instantly becoming a Galactico and a winner. What makes this one special is because it was a winner. Because Getafe were winning this game 1-0 for a bit, and then Real Madrid equalized, and Bellingham got the winger. That's huge for him. I mean, don't get me wrong, Madrid fans take their players for granted, so this doesn't mean Kuri when if he falls off, they aren't gonna then come after him. They will, bro. They came after Ronaldo. But right now he's really endearing himself towards the Madrid fans, and this is it's beautiful to see, man. It's beautiful to see.
Considering that he's an English player as well.
Exactly,
Man,
like-
Spain. Very, very good for the English game.
Yeah, man. Like, it's always weird to see English players doing well at like in foreign countries,
Yeah.
but it's good to see, man. Big up Jude Bellingham.
Big up.
So my team, ATM versus Sevilla, the game got postponed. So we're gonna move on to Barcelona, the team that I do not like talking about, but we're gonna talk about anyway. 2006 mix. But yeah, Barcelona beat Osasuna. Hope I'm saying that right?
That's how you say it.
Probably. But the game ended 2-1 with goals by Jules Koundé and Robert Lewandowski.
Lewa.
I mean, Barcelona, that's another win for them, maintaining form. Good performance from them.
Debuts for João Cancelo and Felix as well.
The João brothers.
The João brothers.
Adding Dani, Javi went to Laporte and was like, I want João. And this guy brought them both. João Cancelo and João Felix, the fraud. Moving on.
Wow. Oh, bro.
Nah, this guy rejected Arsenal, bro, to come to Chelsea. Who does that?
Dude.
Who does that?
A lot of people do that.
Ah, Cap.
A lot of people do that, man.
Cap.
We sell you the players after we're done with them.
Oh.
You know that. Yeah.
Cap.
We're probably gonna sell you Caicedo when he's like 32.
Nah.
For like 5 million. Like
You know, the only Chelsea player I want later on is probably Michael Mudryk, because I feel like he is gonna shine eventually.
Yeah.
Right now it's hard for him, but he's gonna shine. But we're not talking about the Premier League anymore. So off to Germany and the Bundesliga. So first things first, we talk about BVB as they drew 2-2 with FC Heidenheim. I'm learning German this time, so we will improve. But yeah, man, the game ended 2-2 with goals from Emre Can and Bernard. Yeah, am I worried about BVB? I'm always worried about BVB. I don't think they could get as close as they got last season. I feel like last season was the time to do it for them.
Yeah, I think last season was their chance to
And
I don't think this season will.
Yeah, I don't think this
Considering
season.
the players Bayern have bought,
Bro.
Kane, so yeah, I feel like Bayern already get the title.
Yeah, bro, and results like this don't help.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Moving on to Bayern themselves. They won 2-1 versus Borussia Mönchengladbach, and Borussia Mönchengladbach they're a good team.
Yeah.
Like they're
But Xhaka, right? That's Leverkusen.
That was Leverkusen, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. No, but they're a good team. They had Thuram though.
yeah.
They had Thuram. But yeah, they're a good team, but they lost 2-1 to Bayern with goals from Tele and Sane. No Kane on the score sheet this time. I'm happy.
Of course you are.
Kane is on up. And he's meeting Man U soon.
The Champions League has got beat.
That's gonna be a story.
That'll be a story.
But yeah, moving on to France and Ligue A. As Marseille drew 1-1 with Nantes. Marseille underwhelming now. I feel like they're underwhelming.
Out of the Champions League qualifications.
Crazy.
I think they drew last week's game as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so tough.
I expected big things for them, bro.
Yeah, because they've made good signings.
Bro, they signed Aubameyang, bro. But Ismail Assar is doing good. He actually scored the goal.
He's performing well.
But you expect more from Marseille. Crazy stuff. But moving on to PSG, who faced Lyon, who destroyed Lyon 4-1.
Lyon is having a tough start to the season.
I'm winning.
That's like 3 losses in the first 4 games.
And yeah, it's sad. It's sad. I'm always looking at Lyon because my boy Laka. But nah, man, these guys aren't doing well. And I feel sorry for them. Don't get me wrong, this is PSG. PSG basically run this league, but it's still sad. Like, the run they've been on is sad. 2 goals from Mbappe. And a goal from our earlier guest, Hakimi. And a goal from Asensio, who started life really well next to Kylian Mbappe.
Seems like he's going to be replacing Neymar.
Yeah, and that's not an easy task to do, but it seems like he's doing it. Doing it, man. But moving on to Italy.
First game was on Friday night action.
Football.
Roma versus Milan. Milan won 2-1. Rafa Leao with the bicycle kick.
Crazy.
The Portuguese star.
The kid is a star.
He's a star. Giroud with another goal as well.
I'm a Giroud always man. Aye, bro. Giroud always has me jealous, bro.
Playing
like
well.
Where was this in 2016, Giroud? You would have won us a league.
Well, he did it for us in the Champions League. The Europa League.
No, but the thing is, for you guys, he was good because he would like perform in specific games, but for Milan, he's performing at a consistent basis. He wasn't really consistent for you guys. He was just doing it in like.
Plus, he can't perform at Arsenal. He also win trophies, so no point of performing here.
The 14 FA Cups. The 2 finals against you guys.
Okay.
What you saying?
Okay. Well, how many European trophies do you have?
Bro, we have like the Cup Winners' Cup, guys.
What's that?
Bro, I don't know.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know it.
Not even a Europa. Come on, man.
Easy, bro. As I said, bro. Wembley 2024, bro.
Don't see about that. But
moving on to Atalanta, who beat Monza 3-0. Atalanta.
Standard game for Atalanta.
Yeah, basically the Brighton of Serie A.
Yeah, they play exciting football. Enjoy to watch. Very good game.
Moving on to Napoli versus Lazio, as Lazio beat Napoli 2-1.
The top 2 from last season.
Bro,
top two
from last season.
No goal from Osimhen this weekend. Lazio winning 2-1. Kind of surprised because I thought Napoli were gonna win. Make it I think 4-4, but it's now 3.
Yeah, but again, it's these type of games where Napoli are facing a team which is more Arsenal fans. Where Napoli are facing a team which was challenging as well, is challenging as well. So in games like these, we've seen in the Premier Leagues, the big teams could get spiked. We've seen Man U clap City unexpectedly. So this is that type of situation. It was a tight game though, but yeah. They won it 2-1. Moving on to Inter Milan. You're an Inter fan, right?
I'm an AC Milan fan, but
wait, you're an AC Milan fan too?
Yeah. So I love Inter because of Lautaro.
We've been hosting a show together for like what, a month now?
And you didn't know that.
And we didn't know we're both AC fans.
Yeah, I love Lautaro.
I mean, yeah, Lautaro, you can't hate on Lautaro.
The captain.
I know Argentina fans go like, bro,
this is a lot though.
This guy could have cost us the World Cup.
Facts,
he's a great player, man. And he started the season really well. Like,
2 more goals.
This guy doesn't miss Lukaku or Dzeko. Bro, he does it, bro.
He's got a new partner in crime.
Yeah, he's got Thuram, who scored. He was also on the score sheet today, together with Çalhanoğlu. And I'm proud of myself for pronouncing it.
We know that.
But shout out to FIFA.
FIFA
helped us with a lot of names.
So, yeah, good game.
But yeah, and last game was Juve versus Empoli. As Juve got another win.
2-0. Danilo and Chiesa with the goals. Standard win. No Vlahovic goal.
Bruh.
Expected win. Let's hope. With no European football, I feel like they could pull off a few surprises in the Serie A.
They could.
They're focused on one competition.
Yeah.
Good for them, man.
And we'll be looking at them, and we will be here to talk about all this at All Things Football. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, so this was basically the European wrap for y'all as we now enter the international break. And for the international break, we will be posting different content. Episode 5 will come out after the games, like that comes straight after the international break. But we will be posting a lot of content for you guys. We're gonna be posting a few sort of fan cams, like fan videos, like what we did with the predictions. And we will be posting our predictions for the season now that the transfer window is done and the season has started to shape up a bit.
Yeah.
So we will be predicting our stuff on Instagram, Twitter, as well as Facebook.
TikTok too.
Yeah, TikTok too. Apparently, y'all want to see me dance, so
yes, they want to see you dance, my boy.
So don't worry.
Y'all's gonna see that. You're gonna be terrified, but you're gonna see that.
I'm an excellent dancer.
You're gonna see that. But
I'm an excellent dancer.
More content. We ain't stopping.
We're not stopping. And thank you guys for the support.
Thank you for the subs.
Thank you the views. We really appreciate that. We appreciate you
for following us on all our social media pages.
And we appreciate y'all.
We do this for y'all.
Exactly.
We appreciate the support, the love.
Yeah.
And yeah. As our admin said yesterday on TikTok, we're the best review team in Africa.
So that's what admin said.
Facts.
That's what admin said.
Yes, we're the best.
Admin's doing the most, yeah?
The best.
I saw him expose me for a screenshot last week.
Exactly. We're building a legacy.
Yeah, man. And we appreciate it, guys. We cannot say this enough.
For sure.
Yeah, so from us, it's been all things football for me, Brion, Victor Luhanga, the boy, the young king.
What king? King with no kingdom. It's been your boy Prince.
Yeah. And our guest,
Benjamin
Hakimi.
Thank you for pulling up.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for pulling up, bro.
I appreciate you, bro. First guest, as we said.
First guest.
We appreciate you a lot for that.
I'm really honored,
sir.
Yeah, definitely. Sure, ladies and gentlemen, we are grateful, and we will catch you in the next episode of All Things Football.
Yes.
Peace. Safe.